Hey guys, and maybe Trisha, it's me, Jenny. Hey, Naked Truth Star video by default. And yeah, this is kind of a semi-filler video because the Naked Truth has been delayed this week because of family sickness for Trisha and her family. And if you can't tell by the sound of my voice and the pinkness around my nose and my general stuffiness, I have also got cold. Literally everyone I know, both internet life and IRL life, is sick at the moment. My entire D&D group is so ill. And I also have hiccups apparently. People at work are sick, everyone is sick, like there is so much cold going around at the moment. It's diabolical. I've been drinking a lot of tea and orange juice and just, you know, I'm living, like I have a big old box of tissues in bed with me right now. Anyway, because the Naked Truth was delayed, and also this subject I want to talk about, and I don't think it's one that Trisha's going to talk about anytime soon because she doesn't have any fur babies at the moment. She has a real life baby, not a fur baby. I figured this would be a good time for me to talk about this, and it's something that I kind of want to talk about anyway. And full disclosure, I did start talking about this in a video that I literally got halfway through and I was like, this game is too personal. So I'm going to, you know, not for me personal, but for members of my family. So I decided that I'm going to declassify it a little bit. The basic premise is my cat got put down about a week and a half ago, and this is a cat I've had since I was 13, so over half of my life I've had this cat in my life. And I've always viewed myself as a very cynical cat owner, a realistic cat owner, in that I'm very well aware that cats are evil. They are little shits with beautiful, cute little faces, but they are evil, they are vicious, they are independent, violent killers in furball costumes, they are hungry, aggressive little beasts, but they're adorable and it's lovely to have them in my life. But I've always been a very cynical cat owner, and I feel like Simon's Cat, the YouTube videos, perfectly summarises that kind of dichotomy of cat ownership. Yeah, it hit me a lot harder than I was expecting it to, and it's weird because like there's such a culture of pets being so important to people and being like, you know, it's one of the times when manly men get to cry if their dog gets put down, or you know, it's you know, you can cry in a dog movie. You know, that it's part of the kind of, it's so prevalent pop culture wise that, you know, if a dog gets put down, if an action movie, if the dog dies, then the movie's ruined. Like one of the funniest things I thought about was Van Helsing, the Van Helsing movie with Hugh Jackman. There's a scene where the vampiresses come to the town, and one of them at one point picks up a cow and throws it into a cottage. And apparently they had to, they did a showing of it, and they had to then put in a scene where it's revealed that the cow is safe, fine, and survived being thrown into this cottage, because the audiences were so distracted by whether or not the cow survived that they couldn't participate in the action of the heroes because they were so worried about this bloody cow. And the fact that we can have that as a pop culture staple, that people can be so concerned about their pets, and yet at the same time, if someone, for the most part, were to come into work and say, or call into work and say, I can't come into work today, my cat died, I would be like, pull it together a little bit, it's only a cat. And yet I was there for when my cat passed away. I went to the vet, I met with my family, and I was there for his last moments, and I, you know, felt a little bit teary. Well, I teared up a little bit, but like held it together. I gave my family cookies. They went off to bury my cat, our cat, and then I got in my car, and straight out of the, I was watching as their car pulled away, and I turned out of the vet, and I didn't quite look to the right direction, so I didn't cause an accident, but I pulled out a little bit close of a woman behind me, and she didn't honk, but I could see her in my little thing giving me like a sort of face, and I was like, oh no. But I carried on, and I managed to get probably about half a mile away from the vet before I had to pull over and cry for about 20 minutes. I just cried and cried and cried and cried. And I think it's like part of it is the fact that, you know, since the last pet died in my life, which was the previous cat, which was when I was 12, the deaths that I've experienced have been humans. I've experienced quite a few deaths of humans, and they're a whole different situation. They are such a different experience to cats, to pets, but when one death happens, they bring up all the other ones. It's also my first time, like, witnessing death. Now, I'm sure I've seen, like, the cats have brought in mice, and sometimes they've been alive, and sometimes they have died while we've been trying to save them for the cats, or, you know, separate the two. But I've never actively witnessed something that I love die. And I think that was part of it too. I just spent the whole day just so removed and so sad. And none of my colleagues really noticed. None of the colleagues I was working with for the whole day noticed. But at one point in the evening, one of the workers who came in just for a short shift came in, and they were very rude to me. And I didn't shout at them. I didn't scream at them or anything. I told them that I had no patience because I had a horrible day and they were really rude to me. And it was just one of those things where I was just like, I just don't have the energy for this right now. And it was one of those things that, like, and I didn't want to tell anyone that I was sad because my cat died, because that's just, it seems like it shouldn't be a thing that I should be upset about. It's so weird. And I told one of my more mature colleagues, and she said, no, you've had something in your life for 13 years, you have the right to take the time to mourn. But at the same time, like, even as she said that, and it made so much sense in the back of my brain, there was that little, like, you shouldn't be so upset about a bloody cat. Anyway, yeah, it's just something I wanted to talk about, because it's such a weird dichotomy that we take so much, you know, it is one of those things that you can be upset about in so many contexts. And people are distracted by the love of it. My nose is running so much, oh my god. Oh, that's disgusting. Gotta blow my nose, sorry. Oh god. So gross. Yeah. Not crying, just snotty. All the sinuses. Yeah, it just felt really weird that, you know, despite all the logic of my brain telling me that I shouldn't be upset, and the fact that I was upset, and everyone around me saying I could be upset, I didn't want to tell people I was upset about my cat being dead. Anywho, so yeah, that's the end of the video. This is a lot longer than I wanted it to be. Anyway, I'm very tired, I am slightly coldy, and I've got to get up in just about 6 hours, so I'm going to go to sleep. Thank you for watching. Feel free to comment. I'd like to know your thoughts on it, actually. It's one of those things where I really would like to know people's thoughts on whether or not it's okay to be upset about a cat, or whether or not you also have that kind of weird feeling where you're like, would you be okay with someone calling in sick because their pet died? Because as a kid, like, I remember as a teenager, my mum having to call the school to say, you know, they won't be coming in today because the cat died. And I can remember even in school thinking, oh, no, that's not right. But still being upset. Anyway, yeah, I don't think Trisha's probably going to do a video on this subject anytime soon, because I don't think she's really a fur baby sort of person. But I may be wrong, maybe somewhere along the line this subject will come up, but it's just something I want to talk about right now. So, yeah, goodbye, Jazz Legolas. Yes, it's Jazz Legolas, Jazzy Legs, the cat. Bless him, he was a good kitten, and a good man, and a good cat. And, yeah, I'm going to go to bed. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye-bye.